You notice that? That white gauntlet, I think they were thinking the same thing I was because...
Hands up, bucko.
Oh. Hands up. All right, hey.
That's right.
Calm down.
Where you running to, motherfucker?
Work.
Work. Where do you work?
City Hall.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you, bud? I believe it when I see it. Get your ass in the trunk.
All right.
Get a move on it, partner. You gotta walk faster than that, brother. God damn.
Why is he hiding his voice
fellas.
with no mask? Why is he hiding his voice with no mask?
Fellas. Oh, fuck. Am I in the wrong radio or something? Hello. Oh, can you call these people?
That's pretty embarrassing.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
He thinks I don't know his face? I mean, I guess. I hired him for DOC. He came to like 3 council meetings. I don't know. Maybe I'm confused.
Howdy, brother. We got Crane in the back of our
Can you open
trunk.
up that room with the chair for me again?
We need your help.
Okay, this one's a high value.
I don't know.
Starts with
You're not
C,
on the
ends
radio.
with E.
Wait, are you on it?
Second letter's an R.
They're on the radio.
No.
I don't want to
I
say.
said the second letter's an R, dumbass. The fuck can you not spell? I got Crane. I got Crane. The cop, the judge, the whatever you want to call him. Yep, I'm here right now. Fellas. I have Crane in my trunk. I'm at BBMC Black. Stay in the trunk, bucko.
All right.
You ever kill somebody with this gun?
Me? No.
Yeah. Hop in real quick. He's in my trunk. I can't really say. Take him out and blindfold him real quick before we go there.
Hop on it. Hop on out, handsome.
That's your disguised voice?
Don't you move, feller.
All right, I'm not. Calm down.
You're not even wearing a mask. Hey, Crane, if you had to guess who that was, who would you guess?
The DOC guard.
Oh, shit.
I think they all lost their
Get your ass
jobs,
in there.
feller.
Yeah, joke's on you, Crane. There is no DOC guards.
Get in there, handsome.
Well, it used to be, I guess.
And then all the cops couldn't catch a couple of criminals.
I can't first person. So
Right this way. Hold his hand and walk him over. He can't see
Right
too
this
well.
way, handsome.
Taser again.
You have to ask D, probably.
All right, see if you can bring it over.
Back up.
Put your hands up first before you sit him down. Make sure he's all clear.
Put your gun away.
You ever been tased before, Pat?
yeah.
Don't look away now. He already saw you, bro. Don't look away now.
Can't blame him for shit.
Don't look away now. Look in his eyes, man.
He drove me right up to him.
Wow, 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 wow.
Time to the chair.
Turn this on like this.
What do we got here?
Big bad Crane. Oh,
Big
that's so
bad
fucking
boy
cool.
Crane.
Now, gentlemen, I'm sure we can talk about this.
Oh, we could talk about this.
What the fuck are you doing?
What is happening?
There's
You know,
people
you
coming
giving me a
out
lap
of the
dance?
walls.
Yeah, you know, dude. I just gotta make sure you ain't got no
Yeah.
wires patting you down for some wires or anything.
All right. Well, no wires. Just woke up.
You want privacy? I can leave.
You got a taser?
Not on me, no. I don't know
Huh.
what it is.
All right,
any torture
he's all secure.
I'll go have a look, but I can't guarantee.
All right, let me know.
He's all yours, boss.
Oh yeah, fired up. Well. Crane, or should I say, Supreme Commander. Interesting past couple weeks here, huh? Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's been something.
Did you happen to appoint Dab as the commissioner, or did he do that himself?
No, that's totally outside my control. So there's a thing called the PCP, which is about policing, and basically the state, said that Dab can like make the PD better, I guess. So I voted for that because it had the state's blessing, and then in his second term, there was a PCP 2.0. And it said a couple things. You could read it. It's in legislation. You know, I'm not lying to you if you want to check. The first part of it says that he can do another audit of the PD to see if the sheriff and chief and all them are doing good. He can create the sheriff's office. And then the other part of it was that a commissioner was to be appointed by him. The commissioner is supposed to be a political figure that overlooks both the sheriff's office and the PD to resolve, disagreements and whatnot. And then during, I guess, the chaotic events that occurred, Dab decided that, there weren't any good candidates for commissioner, and so he would take the job, and I guess the state approved it, because that was what he told me.
And who is the state?
Federal government, I don't know,
So who approved them?
federal government.
Are you the state?
No, I'm the chief justice. I serve at the pleasure of the state. They're the ones who choose me to be in my job.
So who the fuck appointed this guy? And was there nothing written in this legislation that stated he couldn't appoint himself? The mayor could not appoint himself commissioner?
I don't think that was written in there, no, and I think he appointed himself, yes.
You don't think?
I don't believe so.
Think harder,
Oh
motherfucker.
my god, dude.
Think harder, motherfucker.
I'm telling you, it ain't
That
in
was
there.
so hot.
Who the fuck allowed it?
He did this. I
How
don't.
did he get so much fucking uncontrollable power?
I guess the state liked what he was doing. I don't know.
No. This fucking bullshit legislation. This weak legislation without boundaries. That's a dangerous fucking law where the mayor can just start appointing shit.
Well, it's not.
Without
But the
bounds.
thing is that it's not his. He can't do it on his own. State has to approve. He just makes a suggestion.
Who the fuck is the state?
The federal government.
I mean, do you have any names?
'Cause
I thought the council was the state.
No, the council, is municipal government. We deal with, local political shit. But in terms of, the way the city council's set up, if you read the legislation there, it says in it that if we vote, like, let's say 6-2 on something, the state can overturn it. We have to vote either 7-1 or 8-0, and then they can't, stop it. But if it's 6-2 or less than that, then they can overturn things as they wish. So we don't actually end up making the calls at the end of the day unless it's a super majority. God damn, that shit hurt.
And how did all you council members become deputized these past few weeks?
Well, myself, I called the sheriff and I said, "Can you make me a deputy? Because I'm probably gonna get shot up, so I might as well, get shooting before the shooting come to me." The other folks, I'm not privy to that. I don't know personally, to be honest. I just called the sheriff.
Seems like things got out of control in the PD, wouldn't you say, these past few weeks? Almost like a militarization, an army. Didn't seem like a police department to me.
Well, that's hard to say. I understand your point, but we also live in a state where, even petty criminals are almost equivalent to, militarized forces. So it's a little tough,
How so?
Well, I mean, shit. This state makes, like LA in the 80s look like a cakewalk. And that was one of the most militarized police forces people complained about in, history. So to me, I take your point sort of, but maybe, I don't know. Be honest, I just wanted to wear my helmet.
We're
But
driving around just fucking blasting people. I saw it with my own eyes.
oh well, I don't know. I stayed at City Hall.
It seems like you guys never know when it comes to the police department. I don't know. Didn't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll look into it. I don't know. Oh, there's a bad guy? Let's all deputize ourselves and go after him. Let's get the entire legal force, the hospital, and the police department, and let's militarize and go get them. Oh, wait, there's a cop out there killing people and doing bad stuff? Not too sure about that one.
Well, no, I am
What's
sure
going on?
about that stuff. You're wrong on that. I'll tell you, because I'm the one who set up the oversight board. I relinquished any kind of authority I had over that kind of shit because I wanted a third party to do it who wasn't me. And then
Who's
in
the
turn,
third party?
the third party is the head of the bar right now. It's Murphy Braun. He's elected.
What's he decide?
So essentially, if there's a complaint about PD, what happens is you bring it to Murphy Braun. He then assembles the board. They interview the cops, the witnesses, the civilians, whoever's
Who's
involved.
the board?
What's elected. So right now it's Ursula Leichenberg, Silas Moreno. I forget the other two. Murphy has it written down, but basically, when you have a complaint about PD, we created a system so the PD doesn't police themselves anymore. The oversight board investigates, holds hearings, and then the oversight board says to the PD, "Here's what we found. Here's what you should do." And if the PD goes against that, then, every one of you will know because it gets publicized what the oversight board decided.
And
So
who
they're put in a
elected this
political hard
oversight
place.
board?
The citizens, there was a public vote.
Okay. Okay. So let's just say a cop goes out there and fucking runs someone over. We go to the oversight board, and
Yep.
then what? They'll punish him?
So
Suspend
the
him?
oversight board says to the PD high command, here's the situation that was brought to us. Here's what we found. Here's our recommendation, whether it's suspension without pay, firing, suspension with pay, whatever. And then the PD can, act accordingly. Now, if the PD decides to ignore the oversight board, then that has political consequences, right? Because then y'all find out and y'all are like, the PD don't care about our complaints, and then you're justified in, whatever you may do. So that,
Don't give me some fucking bullshit answer. So you have a useless overboard that has actual no fucking power to do anything whatsoever. They just make recommendations, and if the PD wants, they can say, fuck off. And then you expect us to get angry and go and do what we did. But if we do what we did, we're going to get charged with what? Probably terrorism?
What
Not
those
that I've been
terrorists
charged
did.
with
What
that.
those terrorists did.
Yeah, so you think, okay, so the oversight board recommended that they suspend him. They didn't suspend him. So now I have every right to go be angry and maybe go do something. But then I'm just going to get charged with terrorism and my life's over.
Oh, no. The goal is to create political pressure that makes it untenable for the PD to ignore the recommendation.
How so?
Well, if you
By
haven't
shooting them, what else is there to wait? What
if
other
you,
ways?
How are you gonna put
no,
pressure?
if you haven't noticed, the mayor's office via the PCP deals with the PD hierarchy. So if the mayor is a political
the mayor
entity,
just militarized the entire fucking police force.
right? But
the mayor,
okay.
by which you're friends with, is also known to hire people to kill people. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Right. And so the whole point that I'm making is that I understand that people act in bad faith, which is why I'm appealing to their base interest. Okay. So, for example, the mayor, right? Whoever it may be at any point in time, they are a political entity. They
You
only
understand,
exist
though,
based
that
on
the
voting.
mayor currently runs the police department, right?
That what you're not letting me get to the point. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, no. But the point, you're making your point, but the entire point's canceled out
No,
because the person.
that is the point I'm making. You're not listening.
Yeah,
If the mayor runs the PD and the PD ignores the will of the people and the mayor is a political entity voted in by the people, then the mayor has to act. So if the PD ignores the
doesn't,
oversight
though.
board,
He
then the
doesn't,
mayor has to
because I'm
crack
gonna tell you
down.
this. No, because there's a lot of these complaints, I would say, are towards the mayor and how he's been running the fucking PD. So then what?
Well, you vote your complaints then. Vote him out.
How you gonna vote him out?
Well, vote for someone else, right?
Oh, so his terms are done. He did 2, so
3 months.
Well, I mean, then probably wasn't there another candidate that
So
should have been
you're
voted?
saying, oh well, just write out the campaign and vote someone else in. Write out his term. You have no actual structure.
Or you could bring,
hold shit
evidence
accountable.
for an impeachment.
There's a lot of holes in your legislation.
Like what?
Do you see that? There's a lot of holes.
I-
We have a mayor who can just give himself all the power in the world, and then he's
Well,
the
he
one
can't.
that's supposed to
It's
uphold-
approved by the state. He can't do it himself.
I don't give a fuck about the state because nobody can name me a single person in the fucking state.
All
So
right.
The state can suck my fucking nuts.
Well, I mean, you could bring evidence for an impeachment.
I think what you're not understanding here, brother, is that the mayor honestly is the state. It seems like he's just doing whatever he wants and says, "Oh, the state's behind
Did he
it."
just one day said, "Oh, the state said the state approved it"? Okay, can we see some type of documentation? I mean, where's the public fucking announcement? Where's the state announcement that you guys usually do? Let's see some fucking documentation that he was actually appointed commissioner, because I haven't seen any fucking proof. All I heard was him just saying one day he's the commissioner. For all we know, they didn't even fucking approve it. Did you see any
There
approval?
was a state announcement. All that's logged. It's in the
Yeah, but
legislation
who
also.
put the state announcement out?
You guys put the state announcement out. That's the problem. So everybody
put the
thinks
state
you guys are the
announcement out?
state.
All right.
Who
I
put the
take
state
your
announcement out?
I don't know.
Did he? I guarantee you he
I
did.
think he was the one that put it out himself.
I haven't seen any proof that a state fucking approved him to be commissioner. Only his word.
Yeah,
Let me ask
I
you a
don't.
question.
I don't know how to answer those
Why
questions.
why is the council still deputized then if these terrorists are went to jail and it's all sweet now?
I'm not. I just take shits in their bathroom, to be honest. They got
What
nice
about the rest of the
showers in there,
council?
so.
I love when you do that.
Fuck.
Cut the fucking bullshit. You know for a fact he's running the show, abusing his power. Your legislation needs to be cleaned up. You see that at least, no?
I think there's always room for improvement. Yeah,
Good, good, good.
that's why I made the council so there was political progress.
What is the shittiest law you think you've ever made looking back on your mistakes?
Oh God, well, I've ever made. Fuck's sake. Probably when we got rid of loitering.
Got rid of loitering.
That was really dumb. Yeah, because there's some useless fucks like Bobby Charles and them who just all they do is fuck people over and cause problems, and
You
loitering
trying to
would
jerk me off because
deal with a lot of them. No, I just think that loitering is a good tool to deal with assholes like Bobby Charles.
Who do you think ruined the prison?
How about when you made the prison lawless? That was pretty dumb. A lot
was
of
No, I think
problems
that was
came from the
hilarious.
a lot of problems
I
came
think-
from the fact that it was lawless and they didn't know what they could or could not do, and they
I
did
actually agree.
things.
Yeah, but you know what
That
it
was a
solved?
Huge flaw.
It made Bobby Charles and Carmine stop harassing people with Senor Buns. You could actually get food without getting stabbed.
And they were just executing people all day up at the prison.
I mean, they're going to do that no matter where they are, right?
No, they're actually kind of pussy.
Oh, well, it's not the impression I got, but I could be wrong, yeah.
Top 3 shittiest cops. Name them.
Oh, Lord. Present, past, or what?
Present.
Max.
Are we counting council members who got deputized?
Nope, actual cops. We're gonna get to the spicy ones.
I went to a bench trial. Oh, fuck. I don't even remember. I recommended 2 cops to the oversight board to Murphy because they're so fucking dumb.
Who were they?
I think one was Shiesty, and I don't know who's the other one.
Ah, shitsy. Nice.
Shiesty, and maybe it was just somebody Voss. I don't remember who it was, but they shot somebody, and there was like absolutely no reason for it.
That's a frequent occurrence with shitsy.
But he still has his job.
Still doing the same thing every day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy if you ask me.
And that's what get these people so riled up in the city. They get fucked. Oh yeah. Fucked. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Let me ask you. Can I ask you a question?
Until they
Oh,
can't
I
get
don't really have
fucked
choice,
no
do
more.
I?
And then when they try to get help, they just get fucked again until they can't take it no more. And then they want to do the fucking. You understand? Now, when you have these legislations and laws put in place that don't actually protect the people and they're filler. Oh, yeah, there's this oversight board. Go to them. They'll be like a therapist. They'll hear your problems, tell you it's going to be better, and then they'll give a recommendation to the PD that the PD can completely ignore, and then they can't actually do anything about it. And then you can go and cry on Twitter, and hopefully that fixes it. You see, the people have no real system to depend on whatsoever. At the end of the day, they're untouchable. You guys are untouchable. You make the laws. You decide who goes where and what, how and when, and we just got to sit there and take it.
Well, I agree with you maybe 5-6 years ago, but that's why I made the council so that there was a spread
The
out
council.
of
Who
authority.
voted in the council members?
I mean, the public for the 3 that have the most power.
What do you mean? It's all votes, like you said.
Yeah, so the way that I structured it is there's 8 seats, right? You got the mayor who's voted in by the public. They appoint a chief of staff. And then you got the deputy mayor who's the runner-up in the mayoral election. And the mayor is the tiebreaker vote. So that's already 3 right there that are from public vote. And then if they convince one person from the rest of the council to agree with them, they win every vote. So, I mean, the power is very severely in the hands of the public. That's the way I made it.
Well,
so
the
that,
deputy mayor is the person they didn't want in, and he gets a seat anyway. So right away, I wouldn't even count that. So really, you just have the mayor.
well, but it's still the public, whether it's the deputy mayor or the mayor, it's still the public vote,
Well, the
right?
public didn't vote in the deputy mayor.
They did.
The
They
public
second
voted
place,
for the mayor.
right?
They got elected.
Well, that's
Well,
that's
the
not
guy
fair. I
lost.
mean,
He's got a participation trophy. Is
yeah,
that what
but
it
I
is?
remember elections, for example. You know what? I'll be honest with you. The reason why I made it this way is because back in the day, 5 or 6 years ago, there were several elections that were highly contested. I remember people were blowing up blimps, doing all kinds of crazy shit over them. And during a couple of these elections, the runner-up had like 35, 40% of the vote. The winner had like 55, and then the rest was, spread out the other 10%. And I thought it doesn't make sense for 55% of the public to win an election and then the other 45% to not get any representation based on how they voted. Because clearly, if 35% vote for somebody, he's a good candidate. So I made a system where the deputy, the runner-up, actually has a vote. I was trying to give, the people's voice, some matter, right? Because I think that 35% of people voting for one candidate, even if he lost, means they, still need to have their voices heard.
So how did the other members get elected?
So there's a healthcare representative, which is all the healthcare people vote for him. There's a police representative, all the police people vote for him. There's a head of the bar, who's again the oversight board, right? So all the lawyers and judges vote for him. And then there's a treasurer. The treasurer is, beyond reproach, basically just meant to stop embezzlement because, well, back in the day, I mean, you guys probably remember how much money got stolen, stupid rocket ships and Mickey buying armored cars and all this hoopla. So the treasurer is appointed, and basically we just find somebody who's trustworthy and, knows what the job entails.
You know what I'm understanding here?
Yeah.
Everyone else who was appointed via, inside votes of, oh, the hospital voted this guy in, the PD voted this guy in, the DOJ voted this guy in. You're all voting in people that don't know what it's like to live on the fucking streets. They live in the hospital, they live in the fucking PD, or they live in the fucking courthouse.
Well, that's why there's
they don't actually get to go out there and live that real.
That's why the
fucking
power's
life.
in
What
the
it's
civilian
like to
votes,
be
though.
out there working, busting your ass on that 9 to 5. You get home to a fucking empty fridge because you ain't got money for the bills.
I agree with you. That's why the power's in the civilian vote side.
But it's not.
It is, though, because all you have to do is get one of those people to vote with you, and your voting block wins every vote.
How are you gonna get these people to vote for you?
I mean, Max has done it time and time again. All you need to do is get one.
The fuck are you saying?
In the council, the votes. I mean, you could view the voting history of all the different legislation.
We're good.
All you have to do is get one person of the hospital, lawyer, cop, whatever, to vote with you.
Sorry, I didn't see that message.
And then you have 4 to 4.
What do
And
mean
then
vote
you
with
win the
We're not on the
tiebreaker.
council. You guys have your own little meetings in your own little fucking world.
Right.
That's what
I'm
you don't
saying
understand.
if the
Nobody even
civilians.
knows what you guys are voting on half the time.
Right. But you were saying you were speaking
You
on behalf of the
guys write
civilian,
up the
right?
laws and then just go to your fucking meetings and say, okay, I vote on this, that, and the third. And next thing you know, we wake up to a whole list of new laws in the city. So you're acting as if we have a fucking say.
Well, you do. You vote in the mayor.
62.
Do you honestly believe that?
You dumbass motherfucker. You stood too long in your office. You don't understand how shit works.
What?
So just because you vote for the mayor, that means your voice is heard?
Throw him back in the chair.
That makes no fucking sense at all. Because, oh, I voted for Mayor Dab, that means my voice is automatically heard. That's not the case at all. That's actually far from it.
You guys have your own little elite club of super intelligent people from the hospital, the
And-
PD, DOJ. Oh my God, the citizen elected mayor. And oh, you guys just know exactly what you're doing. You know what's best for the city. You make these fucking laws. You mold it to how you want it. Yet the people suffer. We have to abide by your shitty fucking laws.
And
You
then
know
not
what it's like to be out there driving around in a sanitation truck. People throwing shit at you.
Listen, gentlemen, I'm open to suggestion. I'm
I
trying
mean,
to.
you guys are so out of touch with the city, then I can just by the shit you're saying right now. You're assuming it's a perfect world.
Well, far from it. No, I never said that.
Hey, dudes, I got a question. You mind if I ask?
Please, all of you, anyone in this room, please. Now's your time.
Mr. Head Judge Crane, dude, tell me this. With the treasurer dead, who is checking the mayor's funds and making sure he's not, like, overspending state funds?
I have access to the state accounts. I've been monitoring it. There has been no excessive expenditure. And I was on my way to interview the new treasurer right now.
And why haven't we heard from that? Who was that person?
That would be one of the people that interviewed the last time. So there's a couple options right now. Leah Strong. There was
Why don't we hear of this at all?
What do you mean?
As the people.
How was she fit to be a treasurer?
I was just giving an example of people they interviewed. I didn't say she was selected.
I'm just asking you, how is she? What gives her the qualifications to be a treasurer? Because every time I see her, she's just selling hot dogs at the fucking food court.
Yeah.
Well, I agree. That's why she wasn't selected.
Well, who else is part of those names?
I'd have to look at my notes, but off the top of my head, there was a lady named Lottie who has done a lot of business work in the past. There was a gentleman named
Frank,
Glenn.
What you don't realize is a lot of people you guys elect and think are all fair picks. They're all in the same fucking circle.
That's
DOJ,
right.
PD, hospital, they all fucking sucking on each other's
That was my
dick.
point I was trying
The
to
treasurer,
make.
they're all eating the fucking other person's ass. I mean, it's all the same fucking shit. So you think, oh, you just gotta sway this, that, and the third. You don't understand it's a fucking hive mind. These guys have been fucking each other raw for so long at this point. They're all the same motherfucking person. So yeah, all we do have is the fucking mayor. And the mayor lost his goddamn fucking mind. So now what? We ain't got shit. We can't even depend on you because you're so fucking far gone.
I'm sorry to hear that you feel that way. I'm trying my best to help everybody.
Oh, it's not just us. It's not just us.
Well, I wish I would have, had people come and talk to me before throwing me in a chair.
I mean, people did.
I can count on one hand the number of times people have talked to me about this stuff. In fact, I can tell you right now. In fact, I'll tell you right now. One person has reported a case to the Civilian Oversight Board, and it was me last week.
I don't think anyone even fucking knows about
Wait,
it.
hold on. That goes to show how great your ideas are.
Or maybe it goes to show that nobody fucking reads.
Or maybe it goes to show you guys do a shit fucking job. How about
all
that?
of this is public. So if people aren't aware of this when it's been announced in multiple formats and it's publicly accessible.
You're right. Everybody in the whole city is to be blamed.
man,
Not the 7 people running it.
I got a
Over
question.
the months, I've made multiple complaints, and I've never even heard.
Who have you
from
made them to?
Whoever the fuck was overlooking that shit at the PD a while ago. I mean, I got fucking. I don't get into too much details, but a couple of times some bad things have happened to me, and I've made complaints, and that shit just dies in the water. I never hear again.
Well, that's why I created the oversight board, because PD don't police themselves.
Well, hold on. I got a question.
I got a question.
Go on.
One at a time.
Who hires the judges? How does the judges get a job?
Typically, they're cultivated from past lawyers or people that have experience elsewhere, and then we screen them and train them. I typically do.
We? You.
Yeah, I try to, but I also take suggestions.
So you got a monopoly.
We're also creating another election cycle for judges. We're going to hire 2 from, public vote. That's all on record with the meeting minutes and all that.
What was your question over there?
You keep talking about, your voice. I wish someone would come and talk to us. I feel like this shit has long escalated past the point of talking. If you guys haven't got the message yet, if you haven't seen what's been going on, I don't really know how the fuck to get the message through any clearer.
That's a great point, because I feel like you guys only care when the police are upset. When the people are upset, you guys don't give a fuck. You turn a blind eye.
Well, I disagree, because if you remember, there were many complaints from the people about the 3 captains, and they all got removed.
Oh.
Don't remember how there was like
Ruth?
Ruth in them, and now there's a chief and an assistant chief? That's because of your guys' complaints.
And you know what's sad? Ruth was right.
Well, I wasn't a part of that, so I don't know what she could have been right about or wrong about, but I know that that's what happened, right?
So,
Did Ruth get fired? Because I don't recall that.
She resigned.
She resigned before she could be replaced.
how comes the PD asked the judges what charges they should give the criminals, and then if the criminals go to court, they get the same judges?
Why don't we implement like a
Well, I
jury?
see.
Hold on, wait,
court
one at a
cases?
time. What?
That's a great idea. A jury. Because
So which
Why
one?
don't we have jury?
Well,
most of
we don't
these
have
judges
juries
have their
because of
heads
Vinny
So far
Pistone.
up the fucking cop's ass.
What did you just say?
Is that we don't have juries because of Vinny Pistone?
Why?
Why's that?
Well, he famously rigged a court case back in the day, and since then, everyone's been too afraid to try a jury trial.
What do you mean
Everybody
afraid
can
to try a jury
change.
trial?
One time?
Well,
So one thing went wrong, and you guys just fucking make it so. Okay, well we'll just be the end all say all.
I mean, I've tried to think through it a number of times, and every time I get stuck on how do I anonymize the jurors, how do I protect them, and it just seems impossible.
So if you can't have complete control over it, you don't want to do it.
Well, no, I don't want to put people in harm's way.
So why are cops conflicting judges that have taken, bench trials by asking them questions about the case directly? They're calling up 3 judges while they're processing, asking if they should do this and that.
So I've
And
heard
judges are
I've heard
recommending they
that
press charges.
I've heard that
then-
once or twice now, and I have talked to High Command of PD about it both times.
But
That should not be
why are-
happening.
So then why are they going when they're charging criminals in the cells? Why are they asking the judges what to charge them with?
They should
And
not
then-
be doing that.
Well, hold
Right,
on,
well,
I'm
that's what
confused.
happens.
I'm
So what
confused
happens if they do
why-
it?
Yeah, cops. By the way, this is the point. A jury system is very important, and it's so easy to keep it anonymous. Don't even fucking announce who's on the jury till the day of, or just until the fucking people show up to the court.
Yeah, I think it's
Second.
less about them being
Second.
anonymous. It's more about up till the day of. It's more about them being scared to serve on the jury.
Okay, then get people that aren't afraid. There's always someone else. Always someone else. Plenty of people in the city.
Put
Now,
like a
what you don't
a
understand is
window
though,
in
a
front that
lot
hides
of
their
shut the
identity.
fuck up. A lot of the judges have their heads so far up the cops' ass. Like they said, when you're in a cell, what do the cops do? Oh, let me just call the judge and see what exactly I could charge you with.
Holy
You have your
fuck.
fucking trial before you even get sentenced. It's insane. Before you even know your charges, they already took you to trial. They already talked to a fucking judge, and they already fucking tried you. It happens every fucking time. And then when you go to the court case with these fucking judges, they already had all these talks with the cops and this whole fucking side of the story that they're already so fucking biased that it's not even a fucking fair trial to begin with. You already lost before it even starts.
If that's happening, it should be brought to me, and I'll
That's
discipline them
happened
accordingly.
100
It
fucking
happens
times.
every
It's been
fucking
happening.
time.
Well, okay,
Every
then
time.
bring it to me, because I've heard about it twice, and I've reprimanded them
You know what's
twice, and I've
crazy
talked
is
to
we
High
brought it up
Command.
to high command and it's still going on.
Oh, and the high command does it. High command is the one that does it too. Ruby does it all the time. You get
And-
charged.
and
okay,
Crane-
I'm gonna
Crane-
call the judge. Well, the judge said to do this, so I'm gonna do that. I'm like,
Crane,
okay,
quite,
well, that's what fucking court's for. You're supposed to.
God
you're
damn
supposed
it,
to charge
Rami!
me.
Can you do a voice so I don't have to get ocean
Alright,
dumped, you
fuck it.
motherfucker?
okay,
Fuck
well,
it.
you're getting ocean no matter
God
what.
damn it!
Listen, Crane. Oh, sorry, Crane.
Fuck
No
yeah.
matter
How am I
can't-
supposed to
you
change
can't-
anything if you're gonna
Crane, you
ocean
can't
dump me, you
play-
dumb fuck? God
Crane,
damn it!
You
Ocean
can't
dump
play.
him.
Hold on.
I can't
Crane, you
change
can't
anything.
play
This
stupid-
conversation
Shut
means
up, shut up,
nothing.
shut up, shut
Oh
up.
my
No,
god!
no. You play completely fucking stupid because motherfucker, you're the one that tells them what to charge them with. What
When?
to charge us with.
You've
When?
done it before.
In general, you do it all the time. All the judges do it. So don't play stupid here and act like, oh, you don't know what's going on, motherfucker. You're part of every. You're
I have
part of the
never
issue.
been called for a bench trial and told people what to charge them with. That's absurd.
Get out of my way, Richard.
Not for a bench trial, just in general. When someone's in a cell, it's happened to me too many times to even count. Where they're like, you argue this charge, like, no, I shouldn't be charged with that. This, that, and the third. You got a lawyer. They go away. They come back. I spoke to a judge. They want me to charge you with this, so that's what it's gonna be. You don't like it, take it to court. I'm like, what, motherfucker? You just took me to court. You just asked the judge when it should be your
hold
judgment. That's
hold
your
on.
job as a cop.
Are you talking about like procedure or judgment? Because they're two different things,
I
right?
see Gatsby down there all the fucking time doing it.
Well, that
Like,
shouldn't occur. I don't know why a judge is down there.
Judge Adams does it all the time. Like you make the rules, right? How comes you so like out of touch? Like these guys do it all the time.
They shouldn't be contacting a judge no matter what. It's their job, based off their judgment and knowledge of being a police officer, to decide what the charges are.
I agree with you.
Funny?
If they fuck up the charges and charge you with something wrong, that's where we take them to court, and then the judge gives their fucking take.
I agree.
Fucking calling them while we're in a cell.
And you know what's funny? I talked to Slacks about this. You know what Slacks told me? Slacks told me that you went and complained to the cops saying that they were bad in court. And they told them to get their shit together.
I did.
And because of that, that's what. And because of that, that is why they keep asking all the fucking judges what to charge people with.
That's like me saying, "Hey, son, you're looking a bit chunky. Maybe lay off the cakes." And then the kid starts taking diet pills. That's not my fault. He chose the wrong fucking solution.
I got one more question though, right? If a cop goes to a judge for a warrant and the judge says no, why can they go to another judge and get it?
That's called judge shopping, and if they do that, then they shouldn't.
But they doing
We'll talk to Decker then, brother.
Okay, if you bring me concrete examples, I will get people punished. I promise you that.
Listen, there needs to be a better system where citizens can come and make these complaints. Not this fucking oversight board that actually has no power. There needs to be a system where court cases can actually fucking happen in a speedy way. By the time they fucking happen, it's a month past, and no one even knows what the fuck happened because they don't even remember.
Listen, man.
You understand what I'm saying? Like these things
I understand, but you gotta listen to me on this one, man.
Like, holy fuck, I got a whole different life at this point.
Yeah, but you need to understand that I have been doing this for 3 or 4 years now, and I have done my best to recruit every which way I can to find judges in different time zones. It is a never-ending impossibility. If you have suggestions of how to get more people, if you have suggestions of how to get people to respond on the docket faster, I'll take every suggestion you got, because I am trying my damn best.
I think a jury would be big for court cases. Go ahead, Dundee.
Jury, but do you understand that a jury, you know how hard it is to get like 6 people together at the same time? Now you're talking about adding another 8 to 9. It is fucking impossible. I mean,
I think people would be happy to be on a jury, to be honest.
So the question the question I have is that if you have a jury system in place, you could literally have them in another room and have somebody video in the fucking case, and they could just watch that video, so nobody is known in that jury. It's so fucking simple.
Also, how to get people?
Hold on.
Hold
on. The problem is, I'm gonna be real with you. The problem is that y'all motherfuckers just want all the power and all the say.
If that was the case, then why did I make the If that was the case, then why did I make the council? That's a ridiculous
point. The council, you are all tied together. Who do you crank? What are you saying?
Circle. That's the problem.
It's literally in one big fucking circle jerk. Let's be honest, Crane.
Right, but I could have just kept circle jerking myself, and I didn't. I don't understand your point.
Yeah, but so you just brought other people with you that circle jerk with you.
What do you? I made a public.
You make a statement. They're gonna be like, all right, fuck it. I agree.
Yeah, I understand some of the points you guys are making. I genuinely. I wish that things. I wish that they worked out that way.
Can I ask a fucking question?
Yeah, please.
Look, why the fuck do you dickheads make it so fucking hard to contest anything that a cop does? You get charged with a crime, they immediately go, "Oh, if you don't like it, post it on the docket." You got to go get a lawyer.
Well, hold on. No. Hold on. Yeah, but hold on.
It's impossible to get a fucking.
Hold on, but no. Hold on. And I tried to address this. Okay, I literally made a system called Open Court, where if you know that the cop who was in your case is around, and there's a judge around, you can literally just call up the judge and say, "I wanted to go to open court with this cop."
That never fucking works.
You know what happens? The cop says he's busy. That's it.
The cop's not allowed. The cop's not allowed to say they're busy unless they're on a 78 call.
Crane, whether they're allowed or not, They do what they want. It is almost impossible to contest some shit. How many?
In fact,
cases
I
you
have
seen?
I have forced cops to go to those before when
You
they
know what
said
this
they're
sounds
busy.
like? It sounds like you have so many systems in place that the systematic, whatever the fuck it is. There's too many systems.
I've heard you. I'm
There's
just
too
saying,
many people.
dude.
There's too many.
I've heard you like 6 or 7 times say that the PD's not supposed to do this or that. Like, what are you gonna do about it, dude?
They do.
Well,
a system for this and a system
Give
for
them a
that.
recommendation.
Put it this way.
Let's make a
If
system
it
to
comes
remove
to me
systems.
and I get a concrete complaint, then I can do something about it. But until then, I can't go to somebody with generalized concerns because they'll just tell me, yeah, I'll look into it, which I know is bullshit. I have to have something to hold their feet to the fire and
Crane,
say,
don't
this
you
cop,
see
this
why-
time, this case.
How come this oversight board doesn't have any actual power over the PD?
Because I don't know how to do that. I don't control the PD.
Well, what do you mean? No, you guys passed the laws, right? And they have to abide by them. No. They're not above the law.
If that's within my power to say that the oversight board can do what they want, then I would love to do that. I don't know that it is.
Because that's what I think needs to happen. Okay, you got the oversight board, but there needs to be actual power. It needs to be known to the public. Hey, you have issues with the PD or issues with the law or the DOJ, whatever. You call the oversight board. They take your case. They take your evidence, whatever. And they are proactive with it. They get back to you. They call you back. Hey, we looked into your thing. We got this, that, and the third. That doesn't happen. They had it for the PD back in the day. And I went there multiple times and made a fucking case, gave them all the story, all the fucking evidence. And I never heard back any of the times. I think they need to be more proactive at actually trying to help these people instead of trying to protect the people they're complaining about. Because that's how it's felt forever. You make a complaint and it feels like they're trying to protect the people. They start trying to hide it. They just let it die in the water. That's one. Two, maybe add some juries to court cases. Not all of them, but maybe some of them. I think that gives a more fair and just trial. The people of the city get to decide as well as the judge, of course. But the problem is a lot of these judges, they are corrupt in my opinion. They're swayed, they're biased, and they don't have a clear vision of the law at times. They see things one way and that's it. Also, this fucking council, I think a lot of them are disconnected. They don't know what the fuck's going on. They don't know what's best. All they vote on is basically mostly what you probably saying. They're like, okay, yeah, I trust Crane, and they go with that. And with all due respect, you're a bit disconnected yourself. When's the last time you worked a normal fucking job, Crane? When's the last time you went on the streets and busted your ass for some fucking money?
Well, to be honest with you, I probably should because I make way less money than I would doing sanitation.
Well, shit, if you were a cop or you were deputized, you're making fucking bank, 3.5K an hour, right?
Yeah, I make like 900 an hour or something.
Oh man, I thought you overlook the expenses.
I
Can I
think
ask a question?
the council needs to be diversified more to the point where it's people that are actually out there hustling.
And to be clear, just so we're on the record, so we're on the record, the council has voted twice to increase their own pay, and I voted no both times. Just so we're clear.
Yeah, that's not my point though. I don't care about the pay. I'm just saying people that are more connected with the city.
What he's saying is that it's like the charges we got hit with, $400,000 in fines. Do you know how hard it is for us to make that?
I got hit for 500K. I wasn't even fucking there.
Dundee with 500,000. Do you realize how hard that is to make it? Y'all motherfuckers just throw these random numbers out there, and it's like, bro, that literally like demolishes us. And I know everybody's gonna say, oh, if you do the crime, you got to do the time and pay the fine. Motherfucker, we're not G6 workers. We don't just fucking grind on a fucking truck all day.
Yeah, who gives these cops? That wasn't what I'm talking about, but yeah.
Let me ask you a question. You said you anytime you have a complaint about an officer, bring concrete evidence and
not evidence. Not evidence. Just bring like a concrete incident. So this person, this date, this time, as opposed to just like cops are dog shit and do this, right?
Do shit. Our word doesn't do shit when you go tell them, if you go tell somebody something.
Yeah, well, the thing is that again, I can look into this shit on my own, and I have in the past, and I have gotten cops in trouble, but I need to know the incident, the cop, and the situation. It can't just be cops do this, because then I have nothing to point to. I need this cop did this.
Crane, I think fuck all the semantics, fuck all these little one-off situations, whatever. Like all these systems you like to put in place, we need a solid system where people can actually go to these people and they will help. Not some shit where it's like, all right, you tell the oversight board and they'll give a recommendation and that hopefully, hopefully it works out. There needs to be an actual
Well,
system
if
where
there
you
is
go
the
to these
authority
people,
to
and
put the
their
oversight board in
job-
charge of PD, then
their
I agree
job
with you. I
is
think
to
that should be good.
actually look into this shit.
I
Not
would
like,
I would
okay, I'll
agree
hear
with
your
that.
story, and then you don't hear back. Like they should be following up with you. They should be genuinely trying to get to the bottom of this, and that just doesn't happen. So I think maybe you're on the right track with this oversight board. It just needs some tuning.
I don't disagree. In fact,
mean, and
I will agree with you because, I put together the oversight board a while ago, and they haven't really done much. Part of that is maybe we need to publicize the ability to go to them better. Part of it also is, we need to maybe give them more teeth. I don't disagree.
You need to add another liaison.
I mean, and I'll
a
be
gang
honest,
liaison or something.
You say like, oh, people don't come to you and people don't come to you with the complaints because I'll be honest with you, Crane, most of the city, they gave up on the fucking council because nothing gets done in their eyes. So you're saying people don't come to you for this shit. It's not that they don't want to come to you. They give it up because all the bullshit that goes on and what we see on the outside.
I could have been a
Well, and I'll say just really quick in response to that.
Yeah.
I will say also that it's a shame, and I don't know a better way to communicate it. I wish there was, but some of the stuff that people got the most upset about wasn't even the council. I mean, like everyone got mad about the asset fees and all that coming out of nowhere. We didn't even know about that till the day it came in. I mean, there's some stuff where it's not even us. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, it's out of your control. I understand that.
My thing is, let the people of the city breathe. Let them prosper. Give them the benefit of the doubt. Now, I understand a lot of things have gone in the past, and you guys may feel like you can't give them the benefit of the doubt, but I think it's important to give them the benefit of the doubt because if they don't got the benefit of the doubt, they can't prosper, and the city can't prosper. I mean, we're in a goddamn economical drought. Where's the entrepreneurs? There's no fucking businesses in this goddamn city.
Well, okay,
Because
so
they've been choked dry, Crane.
I don't even want to get into that because I'm gonna get angry. Yeah, I have no answer for
shit's
that.
so fucked that
understand what
even
I'm
the
saying,
food
though?
court is dead.
I have no
where's
answer for the business
economy?
stuff. I have no answer
There's
for the
no
business
economy.
stuff. I can't.
And this is why you got people out there fucking, losing their mind a bit because they don't got many avenues because those avenues have been closed. Open them up to the people of the city, man. Trust the civilians. Trust the people of the city.
I try to give everyone the benefit of the doubt. I don't disagree with you.
Bro, your city's a fucking pile of shit. I can't fucking eat, bro.
Than it did it.
Hey, listen, I
Cops
just
are so set on
listen,
pressing
Dundee.
charges
I just went and bought food before y'all picked me up, and I spent what $1,500 for some hot dogs and some smoothies. So I get it because to me that's about 2 hours worth of work. So
I can't even fucking fix my car.
Yeah,
I want to be a mechanic.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, nobody wants to.
I don't even got a
repair
car to be
cars,
honest with you.
Sell food.
I walk everywhere.
We got the commissioner putting out $500,000 bounties on people, and why don't
Not
they
paying
give
them out.
Why don't they give grant? One, they don't pay them out. Two, they should be giving out those as grants to businesses, help businesses open up, use the money for that. Something that's gonna grow the city.
Yeah, I mean we're trying.
It's all
we made a program for
vendettas.
events and things like that. We're funding stuff. I mean, we're trying the business thing. I don't know what to say there.
Be
I don't know
straightforward.
what to
What's
say.
wrong with the business? Or is it
He
just a
doesn't have an
state
answer.
You really want to hear the answer?
thing? Yeah, I do. Because honestly, I
love
think
to.
that's one of the
Okay.
major problems.
To this day, I do not have the ability as a judge to create a bank account, create a business, edit a bank account, assign people to a bank account. Do I need to go further?
Okay. I got the jet.
Yeah. So it is
That's
it is
crazy to
outside
me,
of our
though, but-
control. It is being worked on. It is imminently coming, but I swear to you, I can't really say more than that.
Because I'm gonna say people had so many businesses lined up, and they all
Well,
got the
trust
door
me,
shut.
I know because I have them all. And to be fair, we literally told everyone, and maybe people didn't really get the message. Again, we could do better communicating. People always can. Just government shit, right? But we literally, if I could show you, I can't, but if I could, in our internal thing, we have tags on each thing. And it says either approved, denied, or work in progress, right? And then the ones that get approved get enacted when they get published. The stuff about the penalties for not having a business license never got enacted because we never were able to issue business licenses. So there are plenty of businesses right now that still run, like Milton's Mods and all these places, and they're running, you know, without any issue because we're not regulating them because we can't create businesses. And I by the way, I know better than anyone because I have a list of 30 to 40 approved businesses sitting in my email inbox that I'm waiting to create as soon as I can.
I'm still, you know, I am well versed in the telemarketing sector, but that's neither here nor there. At the end of the day, let the fucking people breathe, because when you choke them too long, they're gonna fight back, Crane. That's what you saw these past 2 weeks. Now I'm gonna let you out of here today, and I'm just gonna assume that you're gonna say, "Oh, this was just a nice little meeting get together."
Yeah, you know, I like taking feedback from the people.
We gonna expect warrants
Can
for
I
this
ask you something, Crane?
God, I'm not
You
a
gonna
police
regret letting
officer.
you go?
Are you gonna report it?
No, I gotta go
Okay.
to meetings. I don't got time for that.
Well, it's safe to say you're pretty late to that.
Yeah.
Are we
go
gonna
figure.
regret letting you go today?
No.
I
mean,
remember that.
Gentlemen, y'all have dealt with me for a long time. I'm not a police officer. Hell, I've had fucking Rami run up to me with class 2s on his back. I don't call shit in. It's not my job. My job is to try to make things better for everyone. Sometimes I fail, sometimes I succeed.
What
It's
about
just how
when
it
they
is.
ask you why you so late to the meeting? What are you gonna say?
I'm old and have bad knees.
Okay.
That's what I use when
So
I
I've got a
walk really
question.
slow to fuck with people, even though I run all the time.
So I want to play devil's advocate. You said that Rami walks up to you with class 2s on your back and you don't say anything about it.
You
If
know?
you would do that for the criminal, how can we trust you to do the same for the police when they fuck up or they do something illegal? You won't even report to the cops tribe in situations like that. How can we trust you to do the same with the police?
Because that is my job. That's different. That is my job. You're missing the distinction there. It's not my job to police the public. It is my job to keep an eye on the police. That's what the DOJ is for.
Can you explain why accessory charges are being pressed 6 days after? Is that something that you intend on, and why judges are recommending
What
people to charge that?
situation?
Why are judges recommending to charge someone for an accessory for a crime that happened 6 days ago? None they got fined more than.
Why
you know,
are
the
judges
people- the
recommending to charge
terrorists.
somebody for anything?
I mean,
I wasn't
but
even
that
awake
then
when
goes
the
into
pistol went
accessory.
down.
Why are you trying to charge accessory?
Well, I will
6
be
days
very
after?
clear.
Is that,
Well,
why is
hold
that
on,
a thing?
hold on. I'll be very clear. The only situation that I was talked to about regarding accessory or anything like that with harboring a fugitive, I instructed the cops to not press accessory and just charge the harboring and the felony obstruction or whatever it was and do the base fine. So I'm not.
Why is Decker saying he called
But-
3
but you
judges and they're
shouldn't
all
even be doing
recommending
that, though.
accessories?
Okay,
They went to another
was
judge.
after. That was after it all happened. Like they were
Correct.
pushing
Well, that
for
was the only
accessory
time I was
charges
talked to because
first.
I was a victim, so they didn't talk to me at first.
Yeah, but I think that's what they're getting at. Why
Oh,
are
they talked to Max,
advising
though.
push for accessory first? Like, is that something that people are gonna have to worry about in the future?
I don't think so, because once I was able to not be conflicted when the case was over, I could talk to the judges about that stuff and advise them that we shouldn't be doing that.
They shouldn't even be talking to anybody, and then it goes to the court. Like if they fuck up a charge or charge something the wrong way, you should go to the court, appeal it, and then the judges vote against it, and the cops like learn from that. It shouldn't be going to the judges and asking for what
That's the
what's to be
major
charged
thing that
with.
should change. 'Cause it automatically oversteps certain steps, and then it kind of just shits on the rights of the citizens. It's like, okay, well, why am I gonna go? It's like this dude already went to a judge, and the judge told him to charge us with this shit. So what the fuck is the point?
That
of the
needs to
court
be a
case?
hard
And that
stop to
same
that
judge will then
happening. Like, that
oversee
can't happen.
the appeal.
Yeah.
So
And,
the
like, and
only, and again, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just pointing this out. The only logical sort of issue with what you're suggesting is that for me in the past, for example, I know that many people have had their lawyer, suggest to the police are wrong, and call Crane and he'll tell you you're wrong. So it kind of goes both
They
ways.
shouldn't do that either.
I know, I
I'm
agree. I agree, but I'm just telling you that it'll go both ways. If that conduit is shut off, then it's shut off completely, which, hey,
Yeah, I
I'm
agree,
fine
it
for
should
the
be shut
fairness and the equality either way, right? I'm just, putting that out there.
Just to clarify, you're saying that accessory charges are not to be pressed, weeks later on people just because they can. right? You're saying it sticks to the situation, a day of type of thing.
Well, I that's a pretty general statement. Accessory charges.
I'm gonna ask you if I rob the bank today and someone helped me 6 days later, is the person who helped me gonna get an accessory charge 6 days later? 6 days later, should that be happening?
Okay, so there are a couple cases where the deterrent for the action is the threat of the accessory. So, for example, there's a law we have right now that's criminally negligent ownership of a firearm. It's where you have a civilian firearms license and you give your gun to somebody else and you don't report it stolen. If that gun is then found being used in a violent felony, right? Like say it's used in a gang war or something, well then the person who owns that gun is threatened with accessory charges as a deterrent to them giving their gun away.
That's a whole different thing, though.
No, but I'm
robs a bank or shoots someone and they help someone 6 days later.
I'm trying to explain.
Listen, let me say something, because this is kind of low-key. We're doing the same shit we're complaining about, right? Going to fucking judge and asking what's right and wrong. The fact of the matter is, if we have the proper oversight board in place, we go to them and they can handle it, right?
I don't disagree. I think that if you go to court and you feel that justice didn't serve you because it didn't address, and again, this is why oversight board was created, because a lot of times I get bench trial and people just want to talk about how the cops rammed them at 100 miles an hour or pitted them or shot them or whatever, which I don't really deal with the criminal charges. So yes, I believe the oversight board could address things like that because it deals with police conduct and not, the law.
But what about these cops putting people on hold and then holding them for like 3 days so they can plead guilty to their hot charge?
Yeah, that's serving 3 times the
doing.
sentence that the police are already asking for. They're asking for 3 days in jail, but you already spent 3 days in jail and you haven't even got a time to trial. There's no point other than to accept the plea guilt. Otherwise, you sit in jail for potentially a week before you get anything.
Huts are fucking dumb in general.
So
should be just a catch or release.
There are some changes being considered to that, which I've already been working on. There are some reasons in some cases why it would be prudent to hold someone. For example, if the charge was witness tampering, then it doesn't really make sense to catch and release them. There are situations where the charges deal with, like ongoing wars or assassinations or whatever, right? And so in that case, the hold, is necessary to at least secure a bail hearing. The third aspect of that is that, many times in order just to get the docket case filed, it takes the PD, a day and a half. And if the scenario that this all stems from ended at, at nighttime, then, they're probably going to bed, waking up the next day, and they got to start at that point. So there are some times where it's just, it eclipses 24 hours just naturally.
If that's the case, then the question needs to be brought into possibly bringing a district attorney's office, hiring a prosecutors, and then the lawyers have a choice to either be criminal defense or a prosecutor.
Yeah, but that wouldn't solve that issue though, because
why wouldn't it? Because right now everybody's going to Oliver.
The DA would have to wait. No, it's not about when the lawyer gets involved. I'm talking about the point from the thing happening to all the reports getting finished and all the evidence getting processed.
Well, why is the person got to be on hold for the judge?
I thought the cops had a deadline for that, because when I was a lawyer, they said they had like a 12-hour deadline or like a 24-hour deadline for you to complete your report. And if that's not being enforced, that's a whole other issue.
I don't know, but I think there is. But what I'm talking about is not just writing your own statement, but it's literally pouring through all the evidence, drawing conclusions, investigating the connections.
Wasn't that the whole Malton thing?
Subpoenas, all that kind of stuff.
From my experience.
Yeah, but even the Malton process is 5 days for FOIAs.
Holds were originally so you could either get raided, they could pull your, raid your properties or pull your records, whatever that you could do, so you couldn't go out and clear out your fucking properties. But now they become, we got the guy, let's just throw him in jail until the court case.
Yeah, telling us they have 3 days
to be
before
in jail or not. Whether it's like, we already raided this shit, we already got all this, we're just gonna keep him in there until the case.
Because anybody that was with us or affiliated with us got holds. Like there was like 12 people that got holds.
So, on that note, what about like what they did to Ellie? They denied her a fucking lawyer. They based it off of her asking for a fucking radio, pinning her to everything. Like
no bail, nothing.
Like the most illegal
No
fucking shit.
communication.
Like they told her, yeah, fuck
took
off.
3 days to send me my raid warrant, and that was only because they got yelled at to do it. I still haven't received the receipt about what they took from my apartment, and I know that there was stuff that was taken. I was told, sort it out yourself. I go to the prison. I don't have the option to call a lawyer. The computer is locked behind a door that I can't access, but I have to figure it all myself. I sat in jail. No one put in any effort to come and talk to me. I finally get the raid receipt. One of my charges for a stolen gun wasn't even recorded. One of the things that they looked into was when it happened in like the, lawless area. So I don't know why I'm getting, tied into that. Like, they are so fucking sloppy, and they're looking for any reason to look into me just to be like, you know what? Let's fuck over the little guy. And now, don't get me wrong, 100%, I harbored a fugitive. I'm not denying that. I'm a criminal. But the way that they treated me and the way that they tried to pin all this other stuff up on me was fucking ridiculous. It is actually kind of gross how they treat people.
And they get away with it.
Maeve Wolf and Cohen Riker.
And isn't Maeve like a higher up?
I thought Decker was the one that kept in the cells too.
Yeah, Decker was the one who sent us on the holds, and
Listen, everyone. At the end of the day, I mean, Crane's gonna sit here and he really can't do shit. This is why.
Well, I have to learn about all this because I was conflicted, so I avoided all of it. So I'd have to look into everything.
We need a proper fucking oversight board that can actually do shit.
I think Maeve and Riker are just normal officers.
It's even worse, bro.
They are, I'm sorry, but they are reaching beyond belief and very fucking bad at their job. The way that they treat people, the way that they treat criminals, regardless of if they're a petty criminal or a fucking terrorist. They wanted a doctor to get completely fucked over purely for the fact that he didn't know how to set a lock on his keypad and someone took a gun from his stash. Because he didn't know how to set the lock, they wanted him to get criminal negligence for that. A doctor, one of the good people. It's fucking
Crane.
Wild what they're trying to push
Crane,
for.
you said you were conflicted, right? Is that because you got shot?
From advising or looking into the case from the DOJ side of things, yeah, I shouldn't be advising the PD.
Why the fuck was the mayor out there doing all that? And then if you're conflicted, why are you guys out there trying to catch the people that did it?
That's a great point.
Well, I'm conflicted from acting in DOJ. Meaning I can't. Let me put it this way:
DOJ,
so the conflict relates to the concept of can I fairly make a decision about this person's guilt or whatever? And the answer is no, I can't, because I'm a victim, right? I'm inherently biased. But when it comes to, in all fairness, fellas, a bunch of tweets that say kill every judge and everyone in the government, yeah, I'm gonna strap up and go riot. It is what it is.
Come on, Crane, you know what he's talking about, man.
I do, and I'm explaining.
You know, Max
like
is
literally. We can't touch this on the DOJ side. Let's deputize ourselves and fucking go catch these motherfuckers.
Yeah, but it's not even that.
Give all the power to the PD. Let's rile them all up. Let's get the whole.
Listen, man, if you didn't expect that from me, then I don't know where you're paying attention to. I'm sitting on the front porch with a shotgun for years.
Doesn't even make sense because on the you were at the court case, bro. On film, it showed Max telling everybody to charge him with. He went and talked to Bones and told Bones to charge everybody with terrorism.
Hold
on, gentlemen, one at a time. Just let me say this. I understand what you're saying. I don't inherently disagree, but I can't account for other people's decisions. I'm telling you what I did.
But you'll ride behind him.
How so?
You'll follow him in the fucking army, brother.
How so?
We watch the entire PD follow Max around like he's their fucking war general, parading him around the fucking city.
What does that have to do with me?
You call yourself the chief justice, and I'm hearing a lot of injustices right now.
Where's the justice, Crane? That's what we're asking here. We can sit here and go in circles all day, talk about our problems, because there's a million of them. But at the end of the day, we want motherfucking proper justice and proper treatment. Okay?
I understand.
We got all of our fucking punishment lined up. Let's see the fucking other side. Let's see them held to fucking standards too, because god damn it, we've been paying for them. Dundee's life has been fucking ruined, man. Ruined.
I'm fucked. I don't know what I'm gonna do now.
Please, you're not even a quarter of the
proper
debt you were in. You'll be
and we
fine.
want someone we can depend on to give us that justice. Because I'm gonna be real.
I'll be fine.
Everyone feels you kind of biased.
Yeah, what was your last high score? 2.5 million.
It's not as bad as last time, so it's fine.
Dundee, you do have a track record. You can't deny that, brother.
And we're not saying we don't. We're not saying
got...
we don't. But listen, we want to play fair.
Fucking whippy.
All right, because right now that shit ain't. They're over there doing whatever the fuck they want, how they want, and there's nothing we can do about it. And the only thing we can do about it ruins our fucking life.
That's so funny.
Your fine is crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, this is an example of the accessory charges being pressed on Dundee, you know? Same thing. And he's got all their fines 6 days later, you know?
But see, I wasn't even there that fucking
Well,
day.
yeah, wasn't even there. He just got all the accessory.
I wasn't
just
even
throwing
fucking
up
there.
everything.
Crane, I have a question.
Yeah.
Do they not? Can they not have like a division, like Internal Affairs, to like look into these fucking crooked cops?
Do you know why I made the oversight board? It's because Internal Affairs never did anything.
Okay.
And I said, here's what I said. I'll be honest with you. Here's what and maybe I didn't set my sights high enough. Maybe, and I agree. Maybe I should try to make it so the oversight board can actually hire and fire from the PD. Maybe, but I'll tell you what I thought to myself. I said, if we had Internal Affairs and it never did shit, and they never did anything, and the only people that knew they never did anything was Internal Affairs and the PD, then at the very least, what I can do for the public is create a board that gives a formal recommendation to the PD and says, your officer beat the fuck out of someone and didn't deserve to do it under the law. You should.
How can you make that from a recommendation to an actual? They actual have something they could do.
Some sort of power more than a recommendation.
Is that something you're capable of?
Maybe, I don't know. But what I'm saying is the reason why I did it in the first place, to Vinny's question, is because I recognized that Internal Affairs would not do anything and then no one would ever hear about it. So at the very least, I wanted y'all to hear about it. So at least you knew what the PD were doing and not doing. Like, they're more transparency. But I agree with you. If there is the ability to make the oversight board able to punish PD, I would love to do it.
But Crane, I think it needs to go higher than that, brother. The corruption goes all the way up to the fucking commissioner. Whoever's holding checks over the PD needs to have checks and balances over the fucking commissioner.
That's why I think it's important to have juries in a lot of these cases. I think it's important to
so
have
what corruption do you think is happening?
Bro, Den Shitty is literally a walking terrorist himself.
The fact that the commissioner is who he is corruption. Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, no, I'm not.
Is that
I'm
even
asking
a
you.
fucking question?
Yes,
brother?
it is a question.
Yes, he was elected by the citizens, Crank, because I know you're gonna say that. But he's gone off the fucking deep end. He these past 2 weeks, I mean, he militarized the fucking PD on his own command. The power is too much, and there's no constraints. He can essentially do what the fuck he wants. That's what Bobby said.
Is one guy being two major pillars in this fucking city. You understand?
That should have been impossible. It should have been
Too much power in one hand.
The mayor can't elect himself to be commissioner. The mayor cannot be commissioner and mayor at the same time because he can't properly do his job. He can't be a people of the a man of the people and of the fucking police department at the same time.
Also, is the commissioner position even elected, by the way? I heard that was an appointed position.
We already went through that.
It's just semantics.
Yeah, okay, we went through that.
So the thing
Well,
is,
no,
like,
because
Max,
Kay said elected, but he meant appointed. It's just semantics.
But the thing is, like, Max said he's like he's the man for the people. But I heard when we were in prison, Dundee had like this huge like protest, and he was just shitting on everybody. Like, does he not get held to any standards, and he could just shit on anybody he wants to?
What do you call?
I was in the ICU, so I cannot answer that.
What do you call half of the gangs in this fucking city banding together, taking on all of the police, taking on City Hall? What is that to you? What was that? What were we doing? Was that just like a bunch of gangs having a good time shooting up the police? Or was it us, the people, trying to fucking send a message to the mayor?
Yeah, both.
Message not received.
Well, Yeah,
You do realize,
I don't know
like-
what I don't know what answer you want to that. I take your point. You know.
Well, Cantor was a doctor. Sorry, I'm just like, I know this is like random, but I'm just wondering
Cantor?
how many cops are on the council right now? Siobhan, right? Because now they're deputized, right? They're still going out there.
like deputized. I thought you
Actual
meant real
cops.
cops. Wait, do you mean real cop? Like which?
Yes, actual all of them. What do you mean? They are real cops, but they're in their own cruisers patrolling. Right or wrong?
Okay. Well, I didn't know that. So
why is Siobhan still doing that
so-
if everybody's been arrested?
then I guess it'd be Max, Siobhan,
Nobody tells them they can't do what they can't. Like
Cornwood,
yeah.
right? Because he's still for
Right,
this
Max,
term.
Siobhan, Cornwood, and then who's the other one? One more.
Cantor.
Does that have to cancel?
Who? I mean, maybe Cantor.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I guess it would just be.
I actually like Cantor.
I haven't seen Solomon Walker in a long time.
I like
so
Cancer
don't-
too, but what I'm trying to tell you is four. Like literally, there's 4 PD members in the council right now.
Yeah, that should
don't-
that should change.
And their boss
see a-
is also the mayor.
Literally.
Yeah, I agree.
And
In
commissioner.
the past 2 weeks, the bounce has gone way the fuck off. All right, we don't need to go in circles anymore. I think you get the gist.
I understand your concerns. I do.
Want to see shit cleaned the fuck up, essentially. And the only retaliation we have is what you guys have seen in the past few weeks, and I'm sure you guys don't want that to happen again.
Well, yeah, definitely not.
So when we leave here today, I'm hoping you take what you heard today and genuinely try to make some changes, some better changes for the city. Because at the end of the day, when all sides prosper, the city prospers. When the balance is weighed, you just get chaos and tension.
Yeah, I will do my God's honest best. It's the best I can do.
Well.
Oh, what's wrong with me, little Tug?
What up, Tugs?
Go ahead. Franny, you want to...
Hello, Mr. Miller.
What?
Calling you a government name, Stanley Miller, duh.
Hello, Tugs.
How you know his little... Oh, that's...
Because he puts it on the lemon list. What do you mean?
Oh, that's fucked up.
He literally puts it on the lemon list, and it says Stanley Miller, and then his tagline is Lil Tugs.
He ain't wrong on that. I did see that.
So what the fuck you want me to do?
Bro's like Shinobi, bro. He has like dual swords and shit.
What's going on, Sensei?
Oh, not much, bro. Just crawled out of Godzilla's ass a little bit ago, and here I am to defend the planet.
Blindfold him again. We'll drop him off at the courthouse.
All right. Well, pleasure talking with you, minus the tasing.
Wait, he doesn't know that we're in Plato at the clown's house?
Franny, the fuck?
God
damn it.
My bad, guys. My
God
bad.
damn it,
We gotta
Franny.
get out of here
Sorry,
fast, guys.
I mean,
hurry up,
little
hurry
All
up.
Tugs.
right. Well, let's get Polito then.
Sorry.
Crane, on that note, I would like to
What's up,
actually
you little
talk to you
shit?
at some point and
Oh,
complain about
What up? How you
the
doing?
shit
Please
that's
do.
gone
I
on.
miss you, dude.
Yeah.
I will be at City Hall shortly, I suppose.
Oh my God, Crane, hey, Daddy. I went to Japan and got eaten by Godzilla.
I can't put you in.
Is it unlocked?
Hey, drive for a sec.
Yeah.
I can't see the. Is it unlocked?
Give me keys.
Can't get in.
Try now.
Brother, just pop the trunk again.
Yeah, there's like. Oh, I know what it is.
There's something in there.
There's somebody in there?
I don't know. I can't look at it.
I
and get in
can't.
it.
I can't even see in the trunk through this
Maybe it's like a
blindfold,
front thing?
especially
Hold
because
on.
of this blindfold. No, like, I can't even see where I would put someone into a car, take them out of a car, get in a trunk. Nothing. I'm blindfolded.
All right, let's go.
Wow, you smell good.
Thanks, bro.
So.
Gauntlet.
How do you know we're in a gauntlet?
Bitch, it's all I hear all day outside City Hall.
You trying to check Craig?
Same fucking sound all day. Gauntlet.
How you know that when you sit in the courthouse all day?
You can hear it from inside. Soundproofing's for shit. You know why? Because we didn't pay Nick Simone his $500,000 and he took our soundproofing away.
Fuck Nick Simone.
He sent him an invoice for $500,000. We said, fuck you. I said, I'm not paying that shit, and the state isn't either. It's tax money. And so he took all the soundproofing out. So now I hear every gunshot in every car for about 6 blocks in any direction. What the fuck? Y'all have a good day.
How do you know where
Here's
I'm
all
at?
your
I have
shit.
to remove your blindfold.
Oh, I just felt myself outside of a car.
On the ground, I'm keeping the food.
All right, see you all around.
Hey, you want a glizzy?
Bing, bing, bing,
Oh, you always do that.
Hold on, wrong phone.
What's going on?
Trade phones.
Block.
There you go.
Okay, there you go.